Okay, good evening and good afternoon to all the social media. This is my Smile Krivian. Thank you again for joining me today. This is a great broadcast that I prepared for all my followers. Those of you who are first time following me, thank you for that. Those are who are never followed me before. I've been in the finance business for over 20 years, helped over 3,000 clients, and I'll be happy to assist you as well when it comes to financial services, specifically insurances and real estate. Today, I'm going to talk to you guys more about life insurance with living benefits. So stay tuned. I'll be right back. Okay, let's continue. So, like I mentioned, today I'm going to talk to you guys more about life insurance. And I think, being in a business for more than 20 years now, I believe that life insurance is more popular nowadays. More people believe that that is something that whether you're young or old, you need it, especially if you have a family, you're married, you have kids. Most people, I remember years ago when I was selling life insurance, maybe more than 10 years ago. I remember mainly, I have to kind of, in a sense, convince them, the client, that this is good before we go over coverages and premiums and payments. But nowadays, what's interesting when I sit down with people, most of the time people say, you know what, hey, can you look a quote for me, half a million, a million, and what is the price? So we jump into a price most of the time. Why? Because the concept and the understanding became more natural to people. They realize that this type of insurance, when you're getting for yourself and your family, is just like getting a car insurance or any other insurance. This is something that every individual must have. And I want to give you some pointers and some information about life insurance, that if you don't have it, pay attention carefully. If you do have a life insurance, congratulations, you are ahead of the game. At the same time, make sure to review your policy, just like our cell phones, right? Every year something new comes up, new version comes up, new upgrades comes up. Some people in my practice, when I sit down with them, they have a policy more than 5 years, more than 10 years, and a lot of times they don't know what are the benefits they have, what are the terms they have, and what's going to happen in the long run when you stay with that policy. So it's always good to sit down with individuals, with agents. In this case, if I can be assisting you, I'll be happy to do that. Set up a time, go to mysmilekriban.com and book an appointment with me or message me on social media. We can sit down, and I can review for free, no charge, no obligation, to all the clients who sit down with me. I review their policies. I bring all the bullet points. I also tell them some of the things they might not be aware of. So it's very important to understand what you have, how long it's going to last, what are the benefits, what are some of the riders you have in your own policy. So whether you have it, whether you have life insurance or you don't, it's always good to be up to date and know what's going on in the industry. So today more, I want to focus on the basics of life insurance, but more specifically, I want to cover what most of you might already heard about. We call life insurance with living benefits. So generally speaking, life insurance is DB. What is DB stands for? Death benefit. In the event when an individual passes away, whatever coverage they have and that they got approved, it's going to go to their beneficiaries, whether it's their spouse, their children, grandchildren, or whatever, whoever they choose as a beneficiary. That's, we call it death benefit. But what if the client doesn't die, they get sick? What happens in that case? Well, if your policy has living benefits, I'm going to go over if the client doesn't die but has some kind of a health issue, and I'll explain some of them. How can you take advantage of the life insurance policy? Again, look at your policies, make sure you have living benefits. Now, in some policies, there is a living benefits, but there's generally, if you want to have a full living benefits, there's three types: terminal illness, chronic illness, and critical illness. I've seen a lot of policies that they only have the first one, which is called terminal illness. The other two riders or the living benefits they don't have. So pay attention to your policy. So let's go over some of the detail. Well, I want to read a few things about life insurance. Well, life happens, right? Plan for today and also for tomorrow. Life insurance is a powerful financial tool that can be used to protect and secure your family's future if you should die too soon. So protect not only today but also tomorrow. So very important to have a life insurance. Breathe easier with living benefits. Life insurance, you don't have to die to use it. That's what they're referring, and that's what I'm referring when it comes to living benefits. Accelerated benefit riders are optional, no additional cost. A rider that can allow you to access all or part of your death benefit. Now, those are general terms I'm reading. Every company have little twists here and there. So if you set up an appointment with me, I'll explain with each companies with different riders and some of the differences they have. But generally, I'm going over the general living benefits and the understanding of it. So while living, if you experience qualifying terminal, chronic, or critical illness or critical injury, the use of the benefit is unrestricted with the exception that ABR proceeds from chronic illness in a state of, different states have different rules, but some states are different from others. So living benefits can also cover, in the case of event happens, household expenses, adult daycare expenses, home medication, regular bills, nursing home care, facility, expenses, and it varies again, like I said, state to state. I'm licensed in California, so when I sit down with people, I go over the California law. So living benefit number one, we call it terminal illness. I'm just going to give you some general information. What is terminal illness and how it works? What qualifies? Generally, if you have been diagnosed, if the client has been diagnosed with a terminal illness that will result in death within 24 months of certification of illness by a physician, then you will qualify and to make a claim with terminal illness rider. Okay. Next one is living benefit with chronic illness. Every human that is in a good health condition does these 6 daily activities every single day: bathing, maintenance, dressing, eating, toileting, and transferring. So if any of these two for 90 consecutive days you cannot perform by yourself, that means someone needs to assist you, you become eligible to open a claim. That does not mean your claim going to get approved or declined. It depends. It always depends on the situation and how well your health condition is going through after the 90 days, pretty much. And the last part I want to cover is a living benefit with critical illness or critical injury. Some of the major ones that I want to mention here are like cancer, blindness, or heart attack, heart valve replacement, major organ transplants, or somebody gets into coma, severe burns, traumatic brain injuries, and things in this nature. Again, if any of this event happen, you become eligible to open a claim, and based on your condition and based on your doctor's notes, you will get an offer from the insurance company percentage of your coverage. Now, it's up to the person if they can claim and proceed forward, or if they're going to continue and not move forward. There's a lot of details, but the whole point for today's video is if you have a life insurance, congratulations, you are ahead of the game compared to the people who don't have anything. But if you do have it, make sure you go over your policy, get all the details, understand what you have exactly, some of the terms and riders in your own policy. Make a appointment. Let's sit down. It's a free consultation. I'll review your policy, give you some bullet points, and I'm sure most of the time when I sit down with people who have policies, I give them some tips and some pointers, and a lot of times they were not aware of it. So it's good to know what you have exactly. So let's take a quick break. I want to show you my book commercial. This is my book. You can find it in Amazon by typing my name, My Caribbean, or the topic, The Secret of Living is Giving. And if anybody sets up a one-on-one consultation with me, after the consultation, I'll give you my book, just a gift to you. So I'll be right back. All right, guys, so this was quick video and a very simple one. So I'm going to summarize today's video. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. Set up your consultation and follow me in social media at My Caribbean, and follow my YouTube also at My Caribbean. Thank you again. Have a good one and take care. Bye-bye now.